Crime fighters, the police and you. The men are still in action.
Welcome to Crime Fighters Briefs. I'm Francis Owaro. Here are the headlines. Onovo probes police contracts nationwide. IGP expresses dismay over use of police uniforms by artists. DIGs continue nationwide tour of state commands. IGP orders Akpoyibo to featured killers of the nation's reporter. Details in a moment.
Fighters, promoting security consciousness.
The Inspector General of Police, Ogbonna Okechukwu Onovo, has constituted a project monitoring and implementation committee to monitor all contracts awarded from January 1, 2009 to date by the Police High Command. The Force Public Relations Officer, Force Headquarters Abuja, Mr. Emmanuel Ojukwu, disclosed these facts in a press statement during the week. Mr. Ojukwu said that the constituted team is being headed by a Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Umbu. The team is to inspect and monitor police projects and supplies throughout the Federation with a view to ascertaining the quality and quantity of job in line with the Bill of Quantity so as to determine the financial outlay considering the amount that have been paid and the outstanding. The period under review, according to the Force Public Relations Officer, includes the last 7 months of the tenure of the IG's predecessor, Mr. Mike Okiro, who retired in July 2009. In addition, Onovo has further directed that the monitoring team is at liberty to stop any contractor at any stage of the job that deviates from the contract terms after a series of warnings. The Inspector General of Police, Ogbonna Onovo, has expressed dismay over the continuous use of police uniforms and other security agencies by ITs to dramatize their trade despite repeated warnings. The IG noted that this was largely done without due authorization and flagrant disobedience of the law. This information was contained in the press statement released on Thursday by the Force Public Relations Officer, Assistant Commissioner of Police Emmanuel Ojukwu at the Force Headquarters, Abuja. According to the statement, movie producers, actors, actresses, musicians, and comedians have resorted to the use of these uniforms in manners that are lewd, immoral, and offensive, contrary to the discipline expected of the police and other security agencies. The Nigerian police wishes to advise this group that the police is of Nigeria and for Nigerians, and as such, any minus on the police organization is a minus on us all. In this era of national rebranding, it is advisable for all and sundry to join in the effort to project a positive image of the country, its agencies, and people, said the statement. Deputy Inspectors General of Police continued with a visit to state commands across the country last week, where officers and men of various commands were given the IG's charge. At Ibadan, the Inspector General of Police, Ogbonna Okechukwu Onovo, who was represented by the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the department, Israel Ajau, charged police formations across the country to brace up for the challenges of election operations next year. The Deputy Inspector General of Police disclosed this on Wednesday while addressing officers and men of the Oyo State Police Command at the command headquarters, Eleyele. Mr. Ajao emphasized the need for officers and men of the police to improve on their good performances on election duties as recently demonstrated during the Anambra governorship and the Federal Capital Territory local government polls. He quoted the IG as saying that the only way by which the Nigerian police force would help ensure hitch-free polls and secure lives and property during national exercise is to start preparing for the 2011 general elections now. The DIG said his tour of Oyo State was in line with the directive by the IG on the task ahead, stressing that he was in the state mainly to assess the state of preparedness of the command towards the forthcoming general elections. In a related development, the federal government has committed the sum of 79 billion naira on the implementation of the white paper on police reforms. The Deputy Inspector General of Police Operations, Mr. John Amadu, gave this hint at Ilorin while addressing officers and men of the Kwara State Police Command at the command headquarters over the weekend. Mr. Amadu remarked that the money would be sourced by all stakeholders and would be used to equip the police and provide all necessary logistics. The police chief further stated that the sum of 2 billion naira has been set aside as housing loan for police officers across the country, stating that an officer's salary is the only collateral required for accessing the loan. The DIG noted that the federal government was committed to making the police reforms a reality in order to ensure security of lives and property in the country. The Inspector General of Police, Ogbonna Okechukwu Onovo, has ordered the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, Mr. Marvel Akboibo, to feature the killers of the nation's newspaper judicial correspondent, Mr. Edo Sule Ogbawu. The marching order was handed down to the Lagos State Police Boss during the week through the Force Public Relations Officer, Mr. Emmanuel Ojukwu, at the Force Headquarters, Abuja. Mr. Ojukwu said the IG regrets the death of the journalist who was a colleague in the administration of criminal justice system. Mr. Onovo has described the incident as shocking and has mandated the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Marvel Akboibo, to find the perpetrators and bring them to justice. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police has since commiserated with the family of the deceased through the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, according to Mr. Ojukwu. And that is all for Crime Fighters Braves. Stay with us.